And subtracting polynomials. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to identify the degree. That means the highest exponent on a variable. In this case, the highest exponent is a 2. So we're going to set this up with the parentheses squared, and we're going to go all the way down to the constants. So to the second, to the first, and here's the constant. Now in these places, I'm going to write down the corresponding numbers. So 1 goes with x squared. So in the x squared spot, I put a positive 1. Negative 3 goes with x to the first. So negative 3 goes into this parenthesis. 5 is a constant. It has no x's. Positive 3 goes with an x squared. So I go into this parenthesis and I go up plus 3. And negative 6 is a constant, minus 6. If there's work to do in the parentheses, then do so. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4x squared. If there's no work to do, subtract 3x to the first, and 5 minus 6 is negative 1. And yes, you could write plus negative 1, but plus negative 1 is the same as minus 1. That problem is done. Example number 2. The highest exponent we see on a variable in this expression, which is referred to as the degree, is a 5. So I need to count from 5 all the way down to the constant. So here we go. Parentheses x to the 5th, parentheses x to the 4th, and so on. Now I'm going to take each one of the numbers and place them into the corresponding parentheses. So 4 goes with x to the 5th, bless you. Positive 3 goes with x cubed. Negative 2 goes with just an x. Positive 1 is in the constant. Positive 5 is in the x cubed. Negative 3 is in the x squared. Negative 7 goes with the x. And positive 8 is a constant. Bless you. Combining like terms. There's 2 different ways to write this. I have 4x to the 5th. There's nothing here. So what you cannot just do is write x to the 4th, because that would imply that what number is in front? A 1. If there's not a 1, there's nothing. So if you're going to write x to the 4th, it has to be a 0x to the 4th. Plus 8x cubed minus 3x squared, subtract 9x plus 9. An alternative way to write this is to simply exclude this portion. So it would look just like that. This answer that you see, or including 0x to the 4th, are both reasonable answers. These are both examples of adding polynomials. Now we are going to go over subtracting polynomials, which is the same concepts in essence. Okay, so here's where we get to do a little bit of cheating. When you have a subtraction sign in front of a parentheses, we need to distribute that through. And when you distribute it, what's behind the subtraction, the first parenthesis behind it, we change the signs of everything inside. So if it was positive, it now becomes negative. And if it was negative, it becomes And then after we're done with that, we change this to a plus. So it goes like this. I distribute, This becomes negative, 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 and positive. And then I switch it to a plus sign. Okay, let's identify the degree of this polynomial. And that means, what's the highest exponent on a variable? It is a 4. So 5 goes into this position. Negative 7 goes with the x squared, and negative 8 is a constant. Negative 3 goes with the x to the 4th. Negative 7 is with the x cubed. Negative 2 is with the x, and positive 9 is with the constant. And I can combine like terms when necessary to get this final answer.